Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. We are back, finally, with another One Piece chapter. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Judging by the amount of black boxes I've seen, this chapter should be pretty big, right? Because I'm still using an extension that basically blocks out anything to do with One Piece. Because spoilers. Apparently, spoiling things is not a big deal. We're still deep in the end of arc lore drops right now. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking, right? I think this is gonna go one of two ways. Either we're going to get a glimpse of the next island, or we won't see the Straw Hats at all, and it's just going to be lore dumps, right? Because there's a ton of stuff still going on that we haven't really heard a ton about. I don't think we've seen the last of Luffy's power progression. Because like even with Gear 4, I forget all the time that it has Snake Man too, right? Gear 4th isn't just Bouncy Boy. Maybe Gear 5 also has like this alternate form? I'm feeling a bit uneasy for the last saga. First Luffy lost the game against Kid and then he was shown in a cage. Foreshadowing? I mean, I think Luffy does need to get knocked down a peg. Because right now, I mean, Luffy is literally a god, right? We do need to see him. I think for the last saga to have, like, stakes, we do need to see Luffy beaten. That has been my ongoing theory for like, right now. I think we're going to be returning to Wano because Luffy is defeated. How that happens, when that happens, why does that happen, I don't know. But I think that's what we're gonna see. I 100% think we need to see Luffy go down. Otherwise, I'm already a bit mixed on the whole Gear 5 thing. I mean, I've said it a lot lately. But yes. We'll see how it turns out, I guess. Basically, I just want... Oh, the chapter drop. I'm gonna stop saying dumb things now. It is time for chapter. Chapter 1059. The matter involving Captain Koby. Well, that seems ominous. Do I want to predict what happens? Are we finally getting Ace 2.0? Are we finally getting Ace 2.0? Is he somehow captured, taken prisoner, attacked by someone? Who knows? Near Whitebeard's hometown. Oh! Well, finally, it's about time. We're getting a check-in with Marco. That's cool. I've spent enough of my life babysitting big-time pirates. Okay. So we are getting a proper send-off. Did you see the cover? No. What's the cover? You mean the cover like just the chapter thing? The Katakuri fighting the oven guy? I did see that, yeah. Earlier in time in Wano. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. Yes, this is exactly what we all wanted. And now we can be happy. We're getting the much anticipated Yamato flashback and why they did not join. Let us see what happens. It's probably just to protect Wano, right? You're not going with us? Come on, let's be pirates together. You know what happened, don't you, when the woodsman attacked? Kaido's not around anymore, but next it'll be guys like him coming after Wano. I can't just turn my back on everyone now. Okay, so this is what most of us thought. Which is great. It's great. It means that it makes sense. For most people, right? You can't go adventuring if you've got worries in the back of your mind, right? That goes for both me and you. So, this now makes me ask, if Vivi is coming back into the picture, is the crew actually already complete and we just don't know it yet? That's what I'm wondering now. Because I'm still hung up on the whole 10 thing. Or 11. Anyway, take care of Momo and the others. Okay, this is great. I like this. I like this as an explanation, and they even agreed to play off the entire thing. And this is very mature of Luffy. This is like very, very mature of Luffy, just being like, yeah, this is what Wano needs. And we're actually going to be cool to Momo about it. Okay. And Marco's saying bye too. Okay. This is already off to a great start. There's a ship nearby that'd be perfect for me to hitch a ride on. Okay. Okay, so you just casually flew over to Shanks. Brilliant. This is exactly what I wanted. Like, this type of scene is exactly what I wanted, so I'm so happy that we're finally getting to see it. The only thing that has me, like, has me scratching my head is why are we seeing it in a flashback form? That's what has me, like, a little bit confused. This next era belongs to you guys, so keep your wits about you. Yes. Yes. This is good. This is good. This is exactly what I wanted. I am perfectly content. Perfectly content. Why was it not sooner, though? Yeah, that's what I'm asking. It seems a little bit curious that we are seeing it in a flashback. It doesn't work in weekly reading, but it'll be fine in the volume release. And yeah, and I mean, in the anime format, it's going to feel even smoother. Because, like, I don't know if this is just me, but, like, flashbacks in anime and TV just seem to work a lot better than in written form, right? That might just be a me thing, but in manga, in books, in everything, flashbacks are always sort of... They feel a bit off, if that makes sense. But I mean, hey, we still got the scene that I wanted. I am perfectly content. Good job, Oda. Good job. Good job. Oh, here we go. Island of Women, Amazon Lily. It's been ages since men invaded us so heavily, the damage to our town is severe. I just want to be married to Luffy. Okay. You mean at every point. So we're getting another flashback about the attack. The Kuj are fighting back. Send the new Seraphim What the hell is this? Seraphim Pacifistas to the fore. Who is that? I can't fight a little girl her size. So this is what Vegapunk was working on. And why does it... Am I crazy here, or does that look like... No, it literally does. It literally looks like Hancock. And why does it have a star eye? Why does it have wings? Is it like a mesh between humans? Did they get someone from like a sky island? The fire and the wings though? Yeah, what is going on? Notice the fire. Why is there fire? Why is there fire on her wings? And why does it look like Hancock? And why does she have a star eye? Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna keep reading. I am already terribly confused. This is obviously huge. This is what we heard about way back in Dressrosa. This is what that has come to. This is big. Watch your stern, all battleships. What's that? Be careful. We've got pirates. Oh my god, it's Blackbeard, isn't it? The Emperor Blackbeard and his crew. It's a seaquake. Yes. 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 Oh my god, I love this so much. I've come for you, Pirate Empress. I won't let the Navy have your power. And he's after her power? Okay. Okay. She's all yours as long as I get those powers. I love how his ship is just another version of a stupid raft. Yeah, it is, and I love that. He is just a pirate, and I love that. He's like the most makeshift pirate of all time. Maybe it's all a ploy, because he knows he's going to get, like, the ancient weapon ship. Think about that. Think about that. Oh my god, I love this so much. Blackbeard shenanigans. I love this so much. Get out of here, Boa Hancock. I suppose it was inevitable that pirates would try to assimilate the former warlords. So, the Koby incident. Koby's getting captured, isn't he? What is this? White hair, brown skin, black wings. Where have we seen black wings? King had black wings. And he was like a Lunarian, right? Is that a Pacifista then? Blast, they've got a little kid Pacifista, what does it mean? What? It transformed? And why does it suddenly look complete? Or is this like a different one? No, it looks completely different now. Yeah, this is the second one. Yeah. This one looks different. Does it remind you of anyone? I'm guessing this is the other... No. Has a sword? I mean, you can only see the handle of it, though. I'm so confused by this entire thing. Have they, like, replicated? Guess who has a similar sword? I mean, like, from this panel, it looks like Smoker's sword. But I don't know. If the other one looks like Boa... I'm guessing this is like a warlord, right? If one looks like Hancock, the other's gotta be like Mihawk, or something like that. Something absolutely wild. But is this Mihawk? I mean, I haven't seen Mihawk as a kid, and he looks very much different. Because, like, Boa, even the kid Boa looks like Boa. Is this supposed to be Mihawk? Oh, you haven't seen Mihawk as a kid. I have not. I have not. Is this supposed to be Mihawk? Because, like, my assumption right now is that they have, like, the DNA of the warlords, and they have somehow meshed other races with tech, and they have somehow made a super weapon. And that is terrifying. Because the whole intention of replacing the warlords... Search Google for warlords as kids. Oh, they drew them as a fan request? That looks very, very fit. Okay, thing is, Blackbeard was a warlord. We saw King was in the lab when Kaido found him. Exactly! Exactly! Because we already heard about how, like, the Lunarians are the super rare race that have been examined a lot, basically, and experimented on. So, is this what they were doing? Is, like, the intention to replace the warlords with just better versions of the warlords? That is wild. And hold on, it split the island in half? This is wild. Pacifistas were already Robot Kuma, so this is just a step forward in that direction? Well, I mean, yeah, but they were like the same thing, right? Like, here we're seeing... Like, they've got wings. They've got wings. Is this the first time we've seen Blackbeard use hockey as well? Explicitly, I guess, yeah. That said, I think Blackbeard said something about hockey a long time ago already, didn't he? Because I think he noted somewhere the hockey on you was, like, super strong or something like that. Think about it, we saw Judge... I was about to say this. Yeah. I was about to say this. Because you haven't seen the video yet. But in Whole Cake Island, I talked about specifically this, right? Because the fact that Judge was cloning soldiers, he's clearly not, like... Of course, his tech was advanced, right? But a lot of people would want that tech. And a lot of people would want to further that tech. I mean, even look at Dofi, right? He was pulling strings everywhere. It makes perfect sense that we're seeing this sort of stuff. This is ridiculous. Alright, let's keep going. So we're just seeing like a proper battle between them at this point. Stop the Pacifista, he'll shatter everyone, turn to stone. This is wild. This is wild. Boa. So her bounty is 1.659 billion. Respectable. Respectable. This is the first time we see her bounty, right? Very respectable. Very respectable. Alright, so I guess the Pirate Empress title wasn't just for show. Look what you've done, you've turned all my idiots into stone. Emperor of the Sea Blackbeard, Marshall D. Teach, bounty 3.996 billion. Even in Thriller Bark, Pacifista project was incomplete. Well, yeah, because obviously they wanted to get rid of the personality part of it completely, right? Because, I mean, people with emotions are not good for the world government, right? I've been hoping to get your powers. Kill me and your followers will remain petrified. The next wielder of the fruit cannot undo the spell. This is absolutely... I need to take a second to process this. This is very, very big. We have pacifistas that are perfect weapons running around, and they can basically stand against an emperor. By the looks of it, at least. Obviously, Blackbeard, from what we know at least, isn't like a perfect fighter or anything. But still, her implication is her only that beauty is... Yeah, that's what I'm intrigued by. If Blackbeard wants her power, he must have like a good idea of what it does, right? But like you said, there was a reason why her power didn't work on Luffy, right? It wouldn't work for Blackbeard. This isn't getting us anywhere, is it, Koby, the hero? You helped me out in that Rocky Port incident. As you know, I'm very good with names. What is the Rocky Port incident? Is it something we know about? Is it just something I don't remember? Thanks to you, I was able to topple Zhang Ji, making me the boss of... Oh! Okay, so... The Rocky Port incident is an incident that involved Koby, Law, and now Blackbeard, apparently. Is this just, like, the whole sword deal going like undercover or something. If you both leave without trouble, I will do that. This is very, very big. All of this is very, very big. Oh god, here we go. You know, I expected a naval siege, but not one bold enough to change the shape of the island. Of course. Of course, it's Rayleigh. Who else could it be? Of course. Whitebeard's cabin boy. This isn't very mature of me, but I never liked you anyway. Okay. Okay. It's wild she can turn an emperor to stone. It's an underrated power. I mean, think of Sugar. Sugar doesn't even need anything. Like, you can't do anything against Sugar's power, right? Sugar's power in Dressrosa was the most OP thing ever. Nobody is here to overstep their bounds. Just behave yourselves and quietly leave this island. This is so good. This is such a good chapter. I can see why literally my entire Twitter was covered in black boxes. Okay. 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 This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Why is Rayleigh such a Chad? He just is. He just is. I mean, the whole hockey shield thing, right? That's one of those things that I think we'll be debating forever. Like, how much of it is plot convenience and how much of it is it actually following hard rules, right? I just take it at face value. If it works, it works. But yeah, the fact that she can just turn an emperor to stone without even flinching is very strong. Present day. I'm just glad everyone's alive. Thank you, Rayleigh. So now half of the island is missing. Progress always causes trouble for someone. Vegapunk Sea Prism Stump Battleship's main. The Calm Belt isn't as safe for us as it was before. Empress of Amazon Lily 2 generations ago? Is this another thing that I've just erased from my mind? She was the Empress? Did I just miss that? Because I do remember like her casually saying about Amazon Lily, right? That getting there is no big deal. And this makes sense, because we heard about her leaving, right? We heard about the certain Empress leaving and finding love, right? Which was clearly Rayleigh. I love this so much. I love this so much. How many times will former Roger Pirates drive Blackbeard away? Shanks and Rayleigh. Now I want one with Buggy. I don't. If it is with Buggy, I want it to be with Buggy, but not because it's with Buggy. Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. Blackbeard runs into the Cross Guild. He gets scared of Mihawk and Crocodile, right? But just around the corner, he runs into Buggy and keeps running. And Buggy thinks that he was afraid of him. That's what has to happen. Hi, streamer. How's it going? Well, hello, chatter. It is going very well. Thank you for asking. Remember, old lady said the previous Empress got the love disease. Yes. Yes. I love that. I love that that's being, like, explained now. This is really, really good. This is really, really good. I love the detail. Remember, she sent Rayleigh... Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, she sent Rayleigh straight to Amazon Lily, and she was like, of course he's there, right? When they were talking about Luffy. That's so good. I thought she was a part of Rocks too, because she said she used to be a pirate 40 years ago, but I guess that theory just got thrown away. I mean, yeah, I feel like with a lot of these old characters, right, now that Rocks has come into the picture, a lot of us are just going to be like, a pirate 40 years ago, it's Rocks, right? It's like, when I first watched One Piece, you can go back through the videos, and every single time we hear of anyone, I'm just like, it's Roger, 100%, it's Roger, right? When we first met Laboon, for example, I was convinced that is Roger. It, of course, wasn't. It was Brooke, but alright. Quite frankly, it was only the particulars of the situation that made it possible to save her. So he straight up says that he knows he couldn't have won against Blackbeard. That's cool. So the Navy thinks those new weapons are a replacement for your warlords. Even by the end, there wasn't a single scratch on those two. It was so... Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, I picked up on that. I picked up on that immediately. The resemblance was uncanny. That's right. We'll proceed to Egghead. And dock the ship. As for the abducted Captain Koby... Captain Koby has been kidnapped by the Blackbeard pirates. There it is. Ace 2.0 is happening. Ace 2.0 is happening. I couldn't be happier, and it says to be continued. Please tell me there is a chapter next week. There has to be a chapter next week, right? There is a chapter next week. We're good. We're good. That is a very, very, very good chapter. I am so happy. I am so happy. I enjoyed every second of it. That is so good. Think about it after Big Mom's defeat. Kaido had a short flashback of Mihawk asking if it's the first time seeing with Rocks. I think Rocks allied many other pirate captains under him. That's sort of the idea I had too initially, because with Rocks being introduced so incredibly late, I thought that we'd basically learned that Rocks had this alliance of essentially legends, right? And all of them were, I mean, that's what we basically heard. All of them were just so powerful that they just couldn't be in a single crew, basically. They split off naturally. That was a really flipping good chapter. It was. It was. Oh, there's so much to talk about here. Like, these Pacifistas, right? Is it really just as simple as that? Like, they've just mishmashed a lot of races, a lot of powers, and this is like the perfect Pacifista? Because that now makes me wonder, right? What if becoming a warlord? What if in order to become a warlord, right, you need to give like a blood test or something? Because then we would also have a Blackbeard clone. And if we have a Blackbeard clone, then they would have someone with the will of D. And wouldn't that be interesting? A Law clone as well. Exactly. They have people with the will of D. Exactly right. Law was a warlord too. And Law was a warlord for like a long time too. So it's not like with Blackbeard, who basically became a warlord and 2 days later said, okay, I resigned. That's it. Very, very interesting. I would love to learn more about Shakky and her time as the Empress. I would love to too. Yeah. It's one of those things again, like the world building just keeps getting bigger and bigger, right? If this is what the final saga is, I'm so on board. Imagine Shanks making an appearance and not being... Exactly. Like, if this chapter is like what lore dumps will look like from now on, oh boy. Oh boy. Question is now, how many clones do they have? Like, because in Marineford, right, with the incomplete Pacifistas, there were a lot of them. There was like they literally covered the entire skyline. So the question is, are these things unique or not? Because if they're not, then can we have 50 Mihawks? That'd be interesting. Shaky and Rayleigh are one of my favorite duos in One Piece, 100%. Every scene we got of them, especially like right after the time skip, right? We got those few scenes where Rayleigh was just chilling in the bar with her. That was so good. That was just like these two incredibly powerful people that we know, and they're just done with everything. They're just chilling. It was so good. It was so good. May I share a theory about Vegapunk? Indeed you may. I think Vegapunk is part of the Revolutionary Army. Yes, that's what I think as well. I think there are some deep links there, because again, with the whole Kuma thing, 100%. And Navy has a hard time right now because these Pacifistas rebel against the world government because of Vegapunk. That would be an interesting twist. The problem is, like, the balance of power would be thrown completely off. I mean, look at it. It split the island in half. If all of them suddenly flipped on the world governments, unless Eam has like 13 Devil Fruit powers and that makes him literally immortal, I don't know how that would work. Because, I mean, we've now seen that Blackbeard, even against one of them, has trouble. So, either way, if they do have, like, a kill switch or something that just flips on them, that would very much upset the balance of power. That said, I do think Vegapunk is very much a revolutionary. I think Mihawk was also a captive like Boa in his childhood too. That's how he became a marine hunter, maybe? Whatever Mihawk's past is, I need it. And more specifically, I need a spin-off about Mihawk, about Ghost Girl, and about Zoro. Okay? I need to see 2 years of their dysfunctional little family. That's all I need. That is all I need. We're hopefully getting close to actually having Vegapunk on page. Yeah. And revealing what Devil Fruits actually are. I would imagine so, yeah. Especially with, like, the whole Kaido fruit thing, right? We still don't know why exactly was Momo's fruit a failure, right? Because, I mean, nothing about it seems like a failure. I think we talked about it already, and like some of you said that maybe he considered it a failure because it wasn't a perfect copy, right? So, because it was a different color or whatever, it's not a perfect copy, therefore he considered it a failure. But in terms of the raw power of it, it was still the same. So, oh boy, I love this chapter so much. I can't get over the fact how good this chapter was. I'm so happy. I'm so content. Oh, I started doing the chapter ratings, right? This chapter, what does this chapter get? We didn't see the Straw Hats. We didn't see the next island. This chapter gets 9.6, very good, Blackbeard cool, lots of reveals. That's the IGN review. And one thing that I'm still wondering about, think about this. You remember way back in Alabasta, when the Christmas lady and the big dude, I don't remember their names, they had the dog, right, that had the devil fruit infused with it. And they said that it's a new trick that they know. But if they know it, Crocodile must know it, right? Because surely he was the boss of the organization. Surely he would know it. So, how come we haven't seen Crocodile do anything like that? Because, I mean, I don't think we've really seen... We haven't seen... Because I honestly thought that, for example, like Big Mom and Kaido, and basically every Emperor, would have weapons infused with devil fruits, right? I thought that would be like the natural progression. And especially with people who don't have devil fruits. For them to have a weapon with a devil fruit, that's like... That's cool. Spondum also had one. Yeah, he had the sword, right? The weapon with devil fruits works on only zone types. We know Kaido prefers to give his crew members zones for fruits. Yeah, but I mean, imagine like being... Who had like, I don't know... Someone who has like a hand-to-hand type fruit ability, right? And then you just give them, instead of their normal weapon, they have like just a weapon infused with something, right? It just seems like a bonus power. Seems cool. Seems cool. That's why the fruit is pretty much one of the rarest ones. I hope so. I hope they just use like the explanation of like the fruits that are to do with time travel, they are lost in time themselves, right? And that's why we don't see them. Fight between time travelers in One Piece would be just OP. Imagine switching 3 seconds to... So what you're saying is... It should be the world. And you know what we always see right after arcs and at the start of arcs? We see the Straw Hats reading newspapers. But they already read one. They already read one with the bounties. Because what is Luffy going to do when he hears that Koby was kidnapped? Because obviously, at least from my read on Luffy, right? With Ace, he was like, Ace will handle himself, he'll be fine, right? But with Koby, I feel like that thought at the back of his mind would say that, oh no, not again, right? I can't lose another one. Are we legit getting Ace 2.0? Is this what sets up Luffy versus Blackbeard? I mean, at the same time, with Ace, right? We heard of Ace being captured in basically Post-Enies lobby, and we only got to see the thing go down in Marineford. So, it happening at the end of this arc, it could be setting up basically the final war, right? So, next chapter, I'm guessing we're going to see... I think lore dumps are either over... Or we're going to get a little bit more next chapter, right? But I do think that next chapter we're going to return to the Straw Hats. That is my knee-jerk reaction. I think it's time we return to the Straw Boys, and we see what's up. Where is Smoker, by the way? The last time we saw him was like Punk Hazard. Where's Smoker? Remember how Smoker in Logtown said that he's going after Luffy? Then he said, I'm going to crush them in the new world. He took a big L, and then he forgot. Kinda sad. Smoker is genuinely one of my favorite characters in the entire series. I really hope the next time we see him, because he looked absolutely in Punk Hazard. I absolutely loved his post-time Capri design. That said, that's it for me. Bye-bye.